In the grand tapestry of British history, full of larger-than-life kings and queens, there's one monarch whose story has been deliberately muffled, almost erased from the official narrative. His name was James Francis Edward Stuart. Ever heard of him? Probably not, and there's a very good reason for that. Let's rewind to the late 17th century, a time of immense political and religious turmoil in Britain. The reigning king, James II, was Catholic. This was a huge problem for the Protestant establishment, who feared a return to Catholic rule. So, when his wife, Mary of Modena, gave birth to a son and heir, James Francis Edward, in 1688, panic set in. A healthy male heir meant a Catholic dynasty was now a real possibility. The anti-Catholic nobles couldn't let this happen. So they hatched a plan. They started a wild rumor, a piece of propaganda so effective it changed the course of history. They claimed the royal baby wasn't real. They spread the story that the true infant had been stillborn and a substitute baby was smuggled into the queen's bedchamber in a warming pan. Yes, a warming pan. It sounds absurd to us now, but in the feverish political climate of the time, people believed it. This warming pan baby myth was the justification the establishment needed. This rumor gave them the perfect excuse to act. They invited a Protestant alternative, William of Orange, to invade England. He was married to James II's Protestant daughter, Mary. William landed with an army, and James II, seeing his support crumble, was forced to flee to France with his wife and infant son. This event became known as the Glorious Revolution. William and Mary were crowned joint monarchs, and a new law was passed, the Act of Settlement, which forever barred Catholics from taking the throne. So what happened to the baby in the warming pan, James Francis Edward Stuart? He grew up in exile in France, recognized by many European courts as the rightful king of Great Britain and Ireland, James III. To his supporters, the Jacobites, he was their true king. To the new British government, he was the old pretender, a threat they needed to neutralize and, more importantly, erase from public memory. His very existence was an inconvenient truth that challenged the legitimacy of the new Protestant monarchy. He spent his entire life trying to reclaim his birthright. There were several attempts, known as the Jacobite Risings, most famously in 1715, but these efforts ultimately failed. The Hanoverian dynasty, which succeeded William and Mary, was firmly in place. They controlled the narrative. They controlled the history books. They made sure that James Francis Edward Stuart was remembered not as a rightful king but as a pretender, a footnote, a joke about a warming pan. His story and that of his son, Bonnie Prince Charlie, became romanticized tales of lost causes. But the core truth remains: a legitimate heir to the throne was disinherited because of his religion, and an entire nation's history was rewritten to justify it. James Francis Edward Stuart is the king that Britain tried and largely succeeded in erasing. His story is a powerful reminder of how history is often written by the victors. What do you think? Was the Glorious Revolution a necessary step for progress, or a massive injustice against a rightful king? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this dive into hidden history, make sure to like and subscribe for more.